She once said she couldn't imagine being a mom. Now she has 3. Today, we dive into how Rihanna's secretive birth reveals more than just baby news. There's a powerful shift happening behind the scenes, and one moment that left even her closest friends stunned. Absolutely. Here are blocks 1 through 8 ***, written in full, approximately 100-120 words each, without the final actionable takeaway lines **, as requested. These follow the structure and tone outlined, with varied opener styles and punchy delivery. How do you give birth when the world is watching your every move? Rihanna managed to do just that, welcoming her daughter in total secrecy, just like she did with her firstborn, RZA. No hospital leaks, no fuzzy long-lens paparazzi shots, no early social media clues. It wasn't just a birth, it was a masterclass in privacy under pressure. Reports suggest even some close friends weren't notified until days later. In an age where most people share sonograms before the second trimester, Rihanna flipped the script entirely. She didn't just hide a moment, she rewrote how celebrity births can happen in 2025. There's been no name drop, no official announcement, no baby-themed merch teaser. Still, whispers are flying. Insiders claim her daughter's name begins with R, to mirror the family trio of Rihanna, Rocky, and RZA. It's subtle but strategic. Like her Fenty brand, it signals continuity and control. And it tracks. When Rihanna unveiled RZA's name months after birth, it was deliberate and delayed, timed for maximum respect, not headlines. The silence isn't about being secretive, it's about being sovereign. A name, after all, isn't just identity, it's intention. "I thought I was going to crack the first night," she once admitted. But what followed wasn't collapse, it was transformation. Rihanna describes motherhood as the ultimate creative expansion, a shift that's made her feel more grounded, more fearless, and strangely, more herself. This wasn't the version of motherhood she expected. She had once said kids weren't in the plan. Yet here she is, leaning fully into the chaos and clarity that comes with 3 a.m. feedings and baby giggles. Not as a side story to her empire, but as its new emotional center. From rap rebel to bedtime routines, A.P. Rocky has entered his dad era. Once known for high-fashion fits and Harlem bravado, he's now talking about baby skincare and morning cuddles. He's not playing the cool dad trope, he's genuinely living it. In interviews, he said becoming a father completely changed my priorities. This isn't a side gig for him, it's his core identity now. Fans have noticed. The swagger's still there, but it's evolved. The mic drop now happens in the nursery, not just on stage. Rihanna paused 2 empires for her children, Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty. She's a billionaire with boardrooms waiting on her, but she made room for something bigger. Her kids. Her maternity leave wasn't a press release. It was a quiet rebellion against the hustle at all costs mindset. She told Vogue that having kids made her rethink ambition entirely. What once felt like urgency now feels like intentionality. This wasn't a detour from her legacy, it was a deepening of it. The 2023 Super Bowl halftime show broke the internet for one reason, that red jumpsuit bump. No words, no announcement, just Rihanna mid-performance cradling her belly. It was bold, it was unscripted, and it was perfectly on brand. In one moment, she rewrote the rulebook on how celebrity pregnancies are revealed. No cover shoots. No orchestrated exclusives, just a woman in command of her narrative. She didn't say a word, and the world listened anyway. Why haven't we seen baby photos yet? Why no exclusive spreads or morning show appearances? Because this chapter isn't for the cameras. It's for them. Rihanna, Rocky, RZA, and the new baby girl. There's power in keeping some stories off the timeline. When fame becomes noise, silence can speak volumes. She's not retreating, she's choosing what matters most. In an industry obsessed with exposure, Rihanna's parenting playbook is almost radical in its refusal to perform. A.P. Rocky's childhood was far from easy, raised in shelters, surrounded by instability. Now he's building the exact opposite for his kids, security, softness, and emotional fluency. That contrast isn't accidental, it's intentional. He said in interviews that his upbringing gave him clarity on the kind of dad he doesn't want to be. And now, with two children, he's stepping into a role he never saw modeled, a present, protective, emotionally available black father. What once hurt him now fuels him. She's not just a billionaire. She's a billionaire mom twice over. For Rihanna, the title mom now sits above mogul, musician, and mogul. And it's not a PR line, she lives it. In interviews, she doesn't brag about milestones. She talks about midnight feedings and baby smells. Even her language has changed. Less about brands, more about bonding. She's not chasing balance between her business and babies. She's merging them. When people wondered how she'd manage both, she didn't explain, she just did it. In Rihanna's world, motherhood isn't a side hustle. It's the center of gravity. The queen of edgy lingerie and global fashion shows now spends most nights in baby mode. It's a far cry from fishnets and stiletto boots, but Rihanna's not switching roles, she's expanding them. She's spoken about how motherhood made her more tender, and how that tenderness hasn't dulled her edge, it's sharpened it. Where she once dominated runways, she now dominates nap schedules and snack duty. She isn't losing her identity, she's layering it. The contrast between savage and softness is no contradiction. It's the evolution of a woman who refuses to flatten herself into one dimension. For fans starving for new music, the second baby felt like another delay. But insiders say something different. Rihanna never stopped making music, she just shifted the soundtrack. Think lullabies, nursery rhythms, custom playlists for bath time. She's still composing, still curating, just in a different register. In private, music remains part of her world, only now it's background harmony to bedtime routines. She's not avoiding the studio, she's listening differently, observing differently. And if her past pattern holds, those quiet moments may be fueling something huge. The second baby is often where celebrity glow dims or disappears entirely. But Rihanna, she stepped out postpartum looking sharper than ever. That first appearance at Paris Fashion Week sent a message without saying a word. Motherhood didn't mute her magic. It amplified it. Fans were quick to notice. Comments poured in about how calm, confident, and radiant she seemed. This wasn't post-baby recovery. It was post-baby ascension. And she wasn't trying to bounce back. She was building forward. All eyes were on the runway, but the real story was in the stroller. Rihanna's love for Barbados isn't just a backdrop. It's embedded in her motherhood. She's spoken about raising her kids to understand their Caribbean heritage, from language and food to music and customs. It's more than nostalgia, it's cultural continuity. Even RZA's first birthday was reportedly influenced by island themes, down to the food and decor. She wants her children to feel grounded, even if they're raised between jet flights and red carpets. In a world where identity is often marketed before it's lived, Rihanna is anchoring her family in something deeper than status. The internet is still waiting for Rihanna's baby girl debut, but don't expect a random snapshot. When she introduced RZA to the world, it was in partnership with a trusted outlet and on her terms. It wasn't just a cute photo, it was a boundary. This time will be no different. The first image of her daughter will likely carry meaning, about timing, about presentation, about who controls the narrative. One frame can say 1,000 things, especially when you know how to use silence as punctuation. Rihanna isn't alone in this shift toward radical privacy. More and more A-listers, like Gigi Hadid, Zendaya, and Blake Lively, are refusing to let paparazzi document their children. Faces are blurred, names are withheld. Entire childhoods are happening off the grid. It's a sharp contrast to the early 2000s era of tabloid parenting. Now, parenting in public means drawing the curtain, not pulling it back. For Rihanna, whose life has played out under a microscope, this pivot isn't just refreshing, it's revolutionary. Sibling dynamics don't just happen, they're designed, especially in famous families. Rihanna and Rocky have been intentional about how RZA bonds with his baby sister. Close sources say the household routines are built around shared play and sibling presence, not separation. It's not about preventing jealousy, it's about cultivating connection. RZA, now a toddler, has already shown signs of being protective, and insiders say Rihanna is encouraging that with small rituals, shared bath time, group story sessions, and toddler-friendly baby tasks. Even at 2, he's being raised to lead with empathy. Rihanna's motherhood glow isn't just about the babies, it's about the infrastructure. Behind every soft photo and quiet moment is a powerhouse inner circle. Rihanna has kept her team airtight. Nannies, cousins, lifelong friends, and family members that rotate in and out like clockwork. In interviews, she's hinted at exhaustion, calling it non-stop. But she also emphasized how supported she feels. She's not doing this alone, and she's not pretending to. In a world that glamorizes solo strength, Rihanna is quietly modeling something far more sustainable: collective care. This isn't outsourcing, it's orchestration. Fans are already fantasizing. Rihanna's daughter, 17 years from now, on the VMA stage. But Rihanna may be plotting a different course. She's spoken about not forcing creativity, and insiders say she's more focused on raising well-rounded children than future superstars. It's not about silencing talent, it's about letting it rise naturally. And with her own journey as proof, she knows the dangers of fame too early. Whether this baby ends up on magazine covers or in med school, the choice will be hers. Rihanna's not setting up a career, she's building character. From hidden hospitals to heritage-driven homes, Rihanna's journey into motherhood isn't just personal, it's quietly revolutionary. She's shifting how fame, family, and femininity intersect in real time. Her daughter may never chase the spotlight, but her birth just changed the game for everyone still in it. And with Rihanna at the helm, this story is far from over. Coming up next, we're breaking down how Beyoncé's raising icons with a blueprint that's as silent as it is strategic. Hit subscribe. You won't want to miss it.